well, this is the last of our videos on family worship. We've talked so far that family worship basically consists of these things: read, pray, sing, and catechize. And now we're on that last one today: catechism, catechize, catechesis. It's a strange word to some of us. It simply means this: teaching by word of mouth. It's teaching by question and answer, and it's a really easy, natural way that Christians have discipled other believers for centuries. And what we use at home is a children's catechism. Our children are very young. If you have older children, you can use the Westminster Shorter Catechism, which was originally written for young children. This one is very, very simple and easy to remember, and it just says First Catechism. You can get this online from Great Commission Publications if you want to. It has some illustrations in it, and we've worn these things out. And it starts off real simple like this. I'll give you an example. Who made you? God. What else did God make? God made all things. Why did God make you in all things? For His own glory. And so it steps through, and these questions build on one another. And so during your time in family worship, you don't have to make this like pop quiz time. That's not at all what we're going for here. We've said over and over again in the series, this ought to be something your children look forward to and that they're excited about, not something that they feel like you're dragging them through because it's something on the agenda. This should be a part of life, just sort of your rhythm of life, something your children remember being a part of how you spent time together as a family, and not something that they had to put their lives on hold in order to go through the motions. That's the opposite of what we want. So when it comes to the catechism, don't get overwhelmed. Don't try to check all these off or try to get through 7 or 8, 9, 10 every night or whatever. Start off with just the first few. What we do too is on Sundays we have what we call Candy Catechism. It's like the Super Bowl of catechism questions, and it's a lot of fun. They take it's an opportunity for them to take what they've learned as we've been working through the questions, and we go through the whole list of them. However many we've done so far, I'll ask all of the questions and ask them in turn, and they go through and answer the questions, and if they get it right, they get a Skittle or an M&M or whatever. And we have a wild time with it. It's crazy, and they won't let me get away with not doing it on a Sunday afternoon at home. Also, there are some other catechisms out there. One that seems to be gaining popularity because it is simple, and they've got a lot of really nice tools for online options and for mobile options, is the New City Catechism. So you can check that one out as well. We like to use the children's version of the Westminster. There are some other ones, the Heidelberg Catechism. Get familiar with them and see which one you feel like you want to use at home with your children. The one that's worked for us really well is this one. It's simple and age appropriate. Our oldest is only 6. So catechize your children. When we say catechize your children, it sounds like this verb, this thing we're doing to them. But keep in mind, catechesis is simply learning through question and answer. It's a very natural and simple way of teaching your children truths about God. I just want to take a minute and thank you for watching this series on family worship. It's certainly something near and dear to my heart as a father. As I explained in the first video, it was something that I felt like I should be doing with my children, even though that they were small, and I had a really hard time getting started. And part of it was because I just didn't know where to begin. So we hope that we've been able to help you know where to begin, and to begin well, and know that just getting started is a big step. And it's one of the hardest things you can do. And fathers, it's one of the best things you will ever do. Something we've re-emphasized in these videos is saying, look, you know, your children will know how much their faith should matter to them by seeing how much it matters to you. We don't want church and Jesus and the Bible to just be this thing we show up to on Sunday. We want it to be a part of our lives. And so I encourage you, dads, to use this time, find this time, build this into your rhythm of life with your family, build this into your routine, and trust that God will use it. And listen, if you're married and you don't have children yet, you still have a family. God has blessed you with a spouse. And so, gentlemen, it would be awesome if you spent some time before you turn on Netflix and just chill out for the night and do whatever it is that you like to do, if you just took some time as a married couple, as two people that God has joined together, to open His Word and read it together, to talk about it, to ask each other questions, and to pray together as a couple. You do have a family. God has brought you together for a reason. And that reason is to draw both of you nearer to Him and both of you nearer to each other.